All right. So, yes, I just came out of the shower. Okay. So, this is going to be a rant based on negotiations that I'm in right now. And the reason that this video is going to be made is because I went through in real estate 2009. Okay, 2009, nobody had jobs, everyone was in foreclosure, everyone is angry. There was no credit, there was no debt being issued. It was just a total freeze in the marketplace in real estate. The people that bought there, when I was representing buyers at that time, the people that bought then were the intelligent ones, knowing, and they knew that I was correct, that if you buy now, you will make a ton of money. Okay, you will make a lot of money. Okay, so the first thing is I showed this one building, 306 Gold Street, Oro. It's known as the Oro in Brooklyn. It was a new development. It came online. In other words, it came up and it was selling at the wrong time, the worst time it was selling at. Okay, 2009, no one could buy, no one could get credit, no one could get financing, blah, blah, blah. I had 4 people that were interested in making offers. I showed it to a dozen people. Only 4 were interested. Guess what? They all came to me and they said, Charles, this is the worst time. What if I lose my job? What if I do something that actually is just really stupid and I start buying when people are going into foreclosure? I said, I can promise you, if you hold this property for 5 years, you will make a ton of money. A ton of money. Case in point, number 1, Lauren, she bought a studio, $330,000. Okay, 5 years later, I sold it for $650,000. She almost doubled her money in 5 years. Second one, she bought a 1-bedroom. It was at $410,000, $415,000, right around there. I recently just sold it for $850,000. Again, almost, after closing costs, doubled her money. Why am I saying this? Because I'm in the middle of negotiations and you have to historically look, where is there an intelligent purchase? An intelligent purchase comes in and it says, you know what? It's 12% off the high. The high was probably 2017. That was the high. 2018 started to decrease. End of 2018, decreased even more. 2019, we're in it right now. It's still decreasing, but there's a tightening of the supply because people are saying, I'm not making the pricing I want to make. So if you historically look and you say, okay, savings and loans, let's go to the .com, 9/11, then you have the Great Recession. How long are we in that for? Roughly 18 months. Okay, what is the pricing decrease typically? 15% at the top, 18%, okay? In Miami and LA and Arizona, it was different, okay? I'm just talking about New York. You look at that and you say, okay, if it's, and by the way, you don't know the bottom until you're out of it or you're coming out of it, okay? So you don't know that it was, oh crap, that was the bottom. I'm actually going to start paying more because we're coming out of the bottom, or that was the top. I should have sold. You cannot time it correctly. You can just say right now, historically, is a good time to buy. If I overpay by 1 or 2%, my bad. But I would rather overpay by 1 to 2% than overpay by 10% when the market is really, really hot. And we're in an explosion within the marketplace. Why am I telling you this? I'm in negotiations right now, and I'm on the listing side. I'm representing the seller, and I'm telling the buyer's agent, I said, we're 12 to 15% off the high. So if we're 12 to 15% off the high, which historically is right around where New York City rebounds. Not talking about anywhere else, but historically 15% is where we rebound. We're about to come into the fall, which means that a lot of people are going to enter the marketplace as buyers. There's going to be less supply. They're probably not going to find an apartment like this if they overpay by 2%, which in this case is about $20,000. It doesn't matter because they're going to make a ton of money in the future. It's fine to overpay at the bottom, overpay by 1% to 2%, because there's also a seller. This isn't like you're buying something and you're bidding against other buyers. You're buying something with a seller that's already in the red. And the buyer's agent needs to understand that he needs to educate the buyer and say, listen, I know you may not want to pay the price that this seller wants to give it away for, but we're only about 1% to 2% away from where you think you'd actually buy it at. It's the bottom. I think you should buy this. You're going to make a lot of money. That is real estate 101. You cannot time the market. If you're doing short-term investing, if you're flipping properties, that's totally different. I'm talking about you buy a property, you hold the property. We are right now at a bad time to actually sell an apartment. That's a fact. Those are the numbers. That's data. And again, like I was saying, if you historically look at New York City, we got hit with the recession. And the reason I say recession, because it didn't hit us until 2010. And then we were in it for about 18 months, maybe 15 months. So if you look at right now, we've been in this since 2017, which means we're in 2019. That's 18 months. And we're 12 to 15% off the high, which means it's a good time to buy. You're not going to time the market. That is real estate investing 101. The factors that you have to look at is the two things. Historical data on how long recessions last in that area. In Miami, it was 2.5 years. In LA, it was about 2 years. In Arizona, it was about 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. How much was it off the high in Arizona? A lot more, 25%. Miami, 25%. LA, 30%. Not LA proper, but portions in the outskirts of LA. In New York, it was 18 months and about 15 to 18% off the high. That's a lot of money to make in real estate. So if you take that historical data and then you apply it to where you are now, say the pricing starts going down. You say, and it was 2017, you say, that's interesting. I'm going to wait 12 months, 15 months, 18 months, because historically, that's the lowest it's going to go. And again, you're not going to time the bottom until it starts rising. So if you take that data that I just told you and you literally do it every 8 to 9 years, which is when a recession happens or a slowdown, whatever you want to call it, if you historically look at it, you will make money in real estate. And you should cash out when there's a huge frenzy. So that's my 101 real estate investing. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I know it was a totally different video. Hopefully it helped.